In this quick video, I'll show you step by step on how to pass leads from an Unbounce page to your HubSpot CRM. I will cover how you can pass not just name and email, but also UTM parameters. Let's get started. So the first thing you need is a form in HubSpot. You can easily come in here and click the Create Form button and select Regular Form. Click Next at the top right and then just choose a blank template to begin with. So on the right side you have the actual form, and on the left side you have all the elements which you can use in order to populate your form. So for example, if I want to capture first name and email, then I'll drag first name, last name and email. And there's obviously other fields which you want to, if you want, you can drag them over. But for this test, I'm going to keep it simple by just including first name, last name and email. Before I save this form, I'm going to rename it so that I can find it easily in Unbounce. So I'm going to call this HubSpot Form Test. Once I click enter, it will save because there's everything, whenever you make any changes, are auto saved. So I'll head over to Unbounce now and start with a blank page. So on Unbounce, I'll create the exact same form, drag the form element, click first name, last name and email. Click done, resize it, save, and let's head over to our form settings. So as you can see here, if I click integrations, nothing's configured yet, but if I click on HubSpot, it will show me the HubSpot form which I've created. I've already linked my Unbounce to a HubSpot, but if you don't have it linked, you can easily click or follow these steps. It's very easy. You can just click connect to HubSpot and it'll take you to a login screen where you just have to enter your login details and select the account which you want to configure. So let's add this integration. So if I click on HubSpot and choose my HubSpot form test as the form where I want to send the leads, I'll click continue and then I will click this button, configure field mapping. This is where exactly you will configure which fields from Unbounce should end up in HubSpot. So for example, we have first name and then we want to map this to first name as well. Last name is correct, email and email address. So if you want, you can obviously map some more elements, but in this video I'll just focus on first name, last name and email. Once I click save, it'll set up the configuration. I'll just publish my page now and I'll rename this to HubSpot test. Now I can publish. So here I can see my published page, and let me add a test record. As you can see, the form has been submitted. Let's head over to HubSpot and check whether the lead was transferred over to HubSpot. In HubSpot, click Contacts. And here you can see at the top, we have Clark Kent, and this is the account, or this is the lead which I just passed over. So that confirms that our Unbounce to HubSpot integration works. In case if you want to add more fields, for example, like UTM parameters, you can easily do that. All you have to do is include them as part of your form. So for example, I have a different test form here called Unbounce test form. And in here, I've defined those parameters as hidden fields. So all you have to do is drag a single input field, which is this one, single line text, and then just make this as a hidden field. If you head back to our Unbounce account, let's now connect the Unbounce test form and pass these UTM parameters. First, we need to define UTM parameters on our Unbounce form. Let's do that. So I've added all the UTM parameters on our Unbounce form, and I'm going to now save and publish. If I go back to my settings, I'll now relink this form to a different form which has UTM parameters. So I'll click integrations, click on HubSpot, and then remove this integration. Now I'll choose a different form which has UTM parameters, which is called Unbounce test form. I'll click configure field mapping. Here, I'm going to relink first name to first name, last name is linked to last name. And as you can see here, all our fields are automatically mapped because they match the exact text. And they are hidden fields. So if I click save now, the mapping should work. So let's have a look. I'm going to go to Google's campaign builder. And as a test, I'm going to go copy this URL with all the UTM parameters, or some of them, and click enter. So that way now, these UTM parameters are passed over to the page. And from Unbounce now, if I fill this form and click the form button or the submit button, it goes to a thank you page. And let's head over to HubSpot now. If I click contacts, I can see Bruce Wayne has been added, but let's check the UTM parameters. So if I click view all properties and search for UTM, as you can see, UTM source, UTM banner, and UTM campaign has been mapped and filled over because those are the three properties we actually sent from our URL. That's it, guys. I hope you can now easily pass data from Unbounce to HubSpot. If you think this video was useful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like learning about landing pages, marketing automation, and SaaS tools, please check out my other videos on these topics. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.